they did
I don't
it
think
like.
we have either.
Yeah. No,
Really?
we did it like a couple times, like right when like Check Your Head came out, we did it like a few times. But then it seemed like it was kind of like a little bit.
Okay. But maybe over the years it's aged like a fine wine.
Perhaps. Boom and Granny's time. We gotta practice it though.
Have you ever
Boom
done
and Granny, oh yeah.
Boom and Granny live?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be great.
Once, I think.
No, I don't think we ever did it. We did it on a radio.
Oh, Nettie's Girl we did. That's what I was thinking.
I'm on your ready.
Cookie Puss?
Yes.
But would you ever mix in the Cookie Puss instrumental with a current song? Or does Mixmaster Mike not have that in his arsenal?
You think it would hold up?
I think it would.
I don't know if you really sound, as they say, knockout.
Yeah, I don't know if that beat's gonna.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
But there's a lot of people from our generation.
Okay.
That would
So
appreciate
you're gonna
that.
zoom in on the thing.
I mean,
Right?
yeah.
We've got Jim, right?
Yeah, I got Jim.
Yeah, so we'll zoom in.
She wants to do a countdown.
No, I'm not counting down.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No
My
countdowns.
bad.
We're here with the Beastie Boys, and I may cheat during this interview.
Cheat sheet.
And I was going to have
Yeah,
like a
some
wristband.
can I say
I
it?
can't see. No.
Come on,
You can't see
come
the
on, come
questions.
on.
But I was gonna have a
No,
wristband, and I was
no.
gonna tape the questions onto my wristband. But I forgot the wristband.
I
would've
just
been a
read the
pretty-
whole thing and memorized it already.
It would have been a
Okay.
good technique. I bet you a lot of like, you know how a lot of times you see like the singers have the wristbands, and that's probably like a technique that they rock with the
The
lyrics. and
quarterbacks always do it. Very Peyton Manning-esque.
Oh.
But first question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, let's get serious for a second.
Wow.
At what point during the last 6 years did you decide that To the Five Boroughs was going to be a total 100% pure hip hop album?
It's probably
6 years, long time.
Well, we probably made that decision. You know, you guys
Maybe like
definitely.
a year
yeah,
into recording
I was
it.
just gonna say that. Like,
Okay.
so about a year ago, probably, because the album took us about 2 years to record. So let's say we got it done like just this last like mid-April or something. So, you know, about a
Way
year
deep in
ago.
the recording process.
It was just kind of like, you know, usually like on our last few
I
albums,
said longer than that, but that's cool.
we made. Well, you think later than that?
No,
Earlier?
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Earlier or later?
2 years ago at least.
when we started recording.
No, when we decided.
You say right at the beginning of making the record we decided?
No,
Wow.
sorry, you heard it. You heard me.
Obviously, there's some controversy within the group, but
So
by
we're
my
thinking
theory
year and a half,
and
2
Yaut's
years.
theory, you notice how we agree. We're saying like Chuck right in the middle, at the middle
for
line of
content.
making
You know,
a record.
someo's wrong,
Some-
but there's nothing wrong with being
Okay,
wrong.
2 out of
It's
3.
okay.
But were there any instrumentals or punk songs done that you are shelving for future use?
Oh yeah, we did like 3 albums just last week. So
Yeah. It's actually what's
they're in
sad
a
is
drawer actually.
what's sad is also there's a lot of hip hop songs that were shelved, and they need to stay on the shelf
It happens.
for this album. But that's the way it is with all our records. But what I was gonna say, like with our last few records, is like, you know, we might have done some hip hop, and then we'll decide, okay, let's try, you know, this thing or that thing. We try a bunch of different things. But then this one, I don't know, we started with the hip hop, and then like just decided to stay there. Didn't leave that zone, if you will.
And what's your thoughts on the current state of hip hop?
I don't know. Like, there's definitely like we all, I think, listen to hip hop. Like to me, hip hop is like I've definitely said it before, but it's like an always evolving form of music. I think a lot more so than a lot of other kinds of music you hear. It's like hip hop is based on what the newest thing is, or like a song coming out and changing the way everything's been. So there's always going to be something exciting coming out in hip hop, like every 6 months or something.
So you're excited by it.
Message-wise,
I am
message-wise,
excited.
what do you think about the current state of hip hop?
So I would say some of the lyrics are kind of not exactly my taste, but
Mhm.
but a lot of the
Exactly.
rhyme flows that are here are nice, and a lot of the beats are real nice. So it's still cool to listen to. And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I even like listening to like lyrics that are kind of not saying much.
And I wanted to ask you, because during the live shows, you're doing the what? Okay. Is that an ode to Lil Jon?
Yes, we
Okay.
met Little John.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And we're very big fans of him, and I hope we could call him friends because he's very nice.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
guy.
In fact, I miss him today because we went
I
through
will-
a little
yeah, this
thing
is true.
where we kept running into him every day, and now today we haven't run into him.
Yeah, we saw
Well,
him
John,
at
we
the,
miss you.
We saw
We
him at
miss
the
you,
Laker
Little
game
John.
the other day when the Lakers lost. Sorry, Lakers fans,
Yeah.
about that, but
But and the thing too with Lil Jon is it's not like, you know, he was there and then we were here and then we saw him. It's like he just boom,
He just
just
appeared.
popped up, like all of a sudden he's next to you, and then he just gives you a pound. He's like it was like He's kind of magical.
Okay.
Like that.
So it's an ode during the live shows when you hear
Yes.
the what? Okay. Wanted to talk about 2 songs on To the Five Boroughs. Crawl Space and Hey F You, for the sake of TV. Pretty serious diss tracks. Are they aimed towards anyone in particular?
Yes and no.
Can we?
I mean, Crawl Space. You guys mind if I tell? Because I mean, it's a bit of a security issue, but.
Whatever you got to say, Mike.
Well, I do have to say, so, like, Crawl Space is a true story. It's based on, like, we had our studio in New York, and there was a lot of times we found, in fact, busted other MCs, or not even necessarily MCs. What's worse is MCs would send out their spies. MCs, they'll own up to the fact that they have on their retainer, they got a lot of people, like, they might have, security, they might have, like, a barber, but they also got spies. So they sent out their spies, like on the roof, with the big dish antenna type things and the microphones, or they'll be like reading our lips when we're doing our vocals.
Now, who were they spies for? Do you know?
Can't say.
Can't say. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of big names in the game though would send out their spies. So it was just kind of like with Crawl Space, we're just like serving notice.
There were a number of times we found surveillance devices within the studio, which was one level of a problem, a type of a problem. But then we started finding dudes up in the crawl space, and that was like,
It's a little
that's a
creepy.
whole
It's a little
other thing when there's
It's a little
people
weird.
up in the crawl space. So then we started going in other MCs' crawl space to find out what's going on. Not to steal any rhymes, but just to make
counter
sure no
surveillance.
one's stealing from us.
Yeah, and just to try and also serve notice, like let them know, like we're here. Like they think everything's fine. They're about to go to bed. They have their nightie on, and then there we are in the crawl space.
In the Crawl Space.
Yeah.
A new track off To the Five Boroughs. Another track is.
Are you going to play the video now from crawl space?
Is there a video for Crawl Space?
Oh, there will be.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
yet.
I mean, well, we have the video, but
Okay.
it's all up
It's-
here right now. It's not like you couldn't watch it.
Just okay. It's sort of we could tell.
We can watch
Okay.
it because we know what's going to happen in it.
it's kind of a claustrophobic video.
Okay. Well, of
We
course.
need to
with the name
get back.
Crawl
We need
Space.
to make that video.
Yeah.
And
Time is money.
3 the Hard Way, a Def Jam diss by you over there, Mike D.
No.
I'm the one that put the satin in your panties.
No, no, no.
factual.
Factual,
Again,
okay, okay.
Again, that's something that's all blown out of proportion and everything. I think it was in the Star, but all what had happened was that Russell Simmons was our manager. He also had the label
course.
Def Jam that we are on, and Russell was getting to a point like Def Jam was blowing up.
Rick Rubin,
Russ
also
was
part of
blowing
Def
up
Jam
thing.
at the time.
Yep.
But not part of this thing.
This was a personal thing between me and Russell was blowing up, and I took a look at him. I could tell from the look in his eyes that the man likes to color. But in addition to that, he was at a point in his career trajectory where it was like, he doesn't need to be wearing cotton drawers anymore. The man needed a little more confidence, a little more, something that made him feel in charge, and that's why I felt like, a little satin in his panties would let him know.
So not
Boom.
a diss, Mike, but this was a kind thing you did for
Yes.
Russell.
A kind
Yes.
thing,
This
okay.
was love.
So I presented the man with the satin.
And look what
satin
happened to him.
panties. And then look
look at him now.
all of a sudden, then you had Fat Farm. He sold it for whatever, hundreds of millions of dollars. Def Jam sold hundreds of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Now the man
I'd like
is
to see
giving
some money
money
from that, but that's
He's-
cool.
Yeah, but it's cool because Russell's giving away money literally now. which
And you
is
guys are
good.
cool with Russell Simmons, right? Have you run into him or Rick Rubin within the last few years?
Truth be told, actually, Mike just broke into Russell's house like a few months ago, and he had found canvas drawers up in his
And
house.
that has got to hurt.
And
yeah,
I-
Mike was concerned that it would chafe him in the winter, that he would have all kinds of problems. So, then Mike just sewed some satin into those canvas panties that Russell had, and that was
Well, it was a little harsher than that. I took out a big knife and I cut the canvas drawers to shreds
wow.
like a madman. I went to a frenzy.
So I must apologize for my misinterpretation of the lyrics. Question to you, MCA. Early 90s, there was a man named Nathaniel Hornblower who was said to be your cousin.
No.
Mid to late 90s, there was a man named Nathaniel Hornblower said to be your uncle. Which one is he?
He's actually my great uncle, twice removed, which makes him my cousin once removed.
Okay.
So it's a little
Okay.
complicated, but that's the way.
Yeah.
That's the way he's.
You
connected.
would need a big chart to really understand.
Yeah, I
think,
can draw
what
it
I'm
out. I
saying.
can draw it out.
You might
And-
need a computer program too.
And-
Dealing with ancestry.
But you're right. He was in his mid 90s at the time.
And for the Check It Out video, he finally got his explosion because MTV made him take out the explosion in the Sabotage video.
Right.
This time
and,
around,
and
though, he
he's
got his.
He's still to this day resentful about the censoring that he felt went on with the Sabotage video with MTV, and you should have seen the expression of glee on his face after he filmed the explosion for the Check It Out video, because he was like, finally, you know.
And some say that we owe a debt to Janet Jackson for that.
For the
'Cause-
explosion.
Well, for shifting the arena of attention from where to censor.
Yeah. So,
I
you know,
guess,
yeah, people are more nervous about sex than violence, which is good for Hornblower because he's, you know, he likes violence, but he's not too sexy. Or does not anymore, maybe. Back.
Okay. Can I just ask a couple quick fire questions
Wait.
since we're running out of time?
Well, hold on. Sir Stewart. Can we
Sir
talk about
Stewart Wallace.
for 1 second?
Amazing how you got him to be in Check It Out. Because I thought
Yeah.
he wasn't going to work again after he appeared in Sabotage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
you notice he was very cautious. He didn't want to get in any trouble with the police again
Yeah.
this time.
Was he put away like by Scotland Yard or something, or what happened?
But I don't know.
But he's, you know, he's an international traveler. He's an international man of mystery, Sir Stewart.
He's a treasure.
And
Really.
Because with the bread incident, he sort of seemed shocked.
Yeah.
that all that was
'cause
going
he was
on.
afraid that he's on the lam.
Okay.
yeah, he was taken aback. But you know, he's mysterious, and the man just appeared. He's an old-time friend of Hornblower's, and so it was good to see him on the scene.
So he pulled some chains, got him in.
Good to see he's still wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, nice. A couple quick fire questions that you have to answer quickly because we don't have much
Wait,
time
hold-
here. The guy on ill
Somebody's
communication.
Somebody's making all kinds of noise back there.
Quiet, please.
Someone's doing something in the hot tub.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Who is the mysterious man ordering drive-through on ill communication?
Oh.
Just a guy in a picture.
Yeah, that's a photograph. Who is it by again?
That's an old photo, I
Stock
guess.
photo.
It's
Yeah.
not stock. It's by this actually famous photographer now who he had this book actually of like
Bruce
pictures.
Davidson.
Yes, and he has this famous book of all photos taken in the subway in New York City. Anyway, you wear mesh
I wore mesh in the 80s. Not anymore, though.
as a goth thing or as a hip hop
No.
thing?
Just as a sports thing. I wear the double mesh though when I'm
Sports,
playing
okay.
basketball.
Yeah, one time when I was in school, this kid had on like this kind of like fishnet type mesh type shirt, and somebody like lit a firecracker and chucked it, and it got stuck in his shirt and blew up, and then it made like a big hole in his mesh shirt.
The
So-
dangers of wearing mesh.
Yeah, I caution you.
BS 2000 and Latch Brothers. When you were brewing up these beats, do the Beastie Boys always get the primo beats?
No, you should hear what I got at home now
That's a
For,
good question.
for my solo album that's coming out
Whoa.
June 16th.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
Wow, June 16th, so
Yes.
the day after our
Yes.
album. This is big news because
Yes.
we didn't know this.
I
the
know,
band.
I know.
So okay.
Figured I'd wait for MTV.
So there's many primo beats that haven't gone to the Beastie Boys.
All kinds.
Wow.
Will there ever be a triple bill, Beastie Boys, BS 2000, Latch Brothers? Is that too much work?
That would be hard to do because that's
Well-
too much beats.
Could get paid twice.
Oh, that's true. That's an upside.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to have my people negotiate this.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah.
Next question. Mixmaster Mike, 3 MCs, 1 DJ. Which song is he cutting up?
Ooh,
That's a question for him.
that's a mixed master. My question. I think, and this is just my personal. I think it's actually from a pressing that he custom.
Oh,
no, but I think
yeah.
he custom had it made up.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
some
Like
secret thing
he'll
that
have
he wouldn't-
records made up that he'll use, where a kick is placed a certain place or snare. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
So you'll have to check with him. But that's my theory.
And then finally, is there any way you can demonstrate the weave for us right here?
Not enough,
No.
not nearly
No,
enough
okay.
room.
Well,
No, we'd
Back
have,
here?
we'd have
Could
to
you do
stretch
the
it
back
out.
here?
We'd
What
have
about by
to,
the
you
pool?
know,
Maybe we
the
could do the
whole-
weave tonight.
Yeah, we'll do the
We'll
weave
try
tonight.
and work it into the.
Is that- is
okay,
that
yeah,
right?
because it is
Tonight
good
is
on
the $2
stage,
bill show
there's
that we're
more
talking
room.
about, just to clarify.
We could do it as a special request for you tonight in the show.
That would be great.
We could do the
Maybe we
weave.
could even start off with a little bit of the weave.
Nice.
We'll see how the set list comes.
Well,
out.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight. It was a pleasure meeting you guys.
All right. Cool. All right.
It's been a long time since we did the weave.